Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. That's Rachel and I'm Kelsey.
All right, you did it backwards. Fight world seems kind of backwards as of late. Let's talk with the news that we heard today because it's also a done deal. Huge fight, right? Kind of, but huge fight. Everybody knows these guys. Jake Paul is going to fight Ben Askren, retired MMA fighter Ben Askren. It is a done deal.
It's done, baby. I did not expect this fight because I didn't think there was any way that Jake Paul, I think that he is great at being being entertaining and causing a lot of news and all that stuff. Yeah. I didn't really expect him to be ready to get into a professional boxing ring with a professional fighter. Now he's still not getting in the professional boxing ring against Jorge Masvidal or even somebody, John Jones, somebody that's like his height and weight. John Jones is very tall. But you get my point. He's not going in there against a guy who's known for his boxing. He's going to fight a grappler in a boxing ring. Still, I never thought in a million years that he would fight Ben Askren. I didn't really think that fight was possible, and here it is.
And just to refresh your memory, because I had to refresh my memory, I was like, okay, which Paul brother is this? So Jake Paul is the Paul brother that fought and has two professional boxing fights. In the first one, he fought a fellow YouTuber. And the second one, which was most recent, and we all know, he fought Nate Robinson, a retired NBA star, knocked him out on the
viral knockout
undercard of the Roy Tyson versus Roy Jones event on Triller. This fight, Paul Askren is going to be on
headliner,
Triller
baby,
as well, and apparently a headliner. I had to learn about Askren, so I didn't really know a lot about.
Yeah, because he was already kind of
Askren.
done by the time you came into the MMA community.
Yeah, and so what I do know is that I went through the trending Twitter topic of Jake Paul, Ben Askren, and fellow MMA community people are kind of like. Because they don't want their guy to lose, you know? Like, Jake Paul's not their guy, Ben Askren's their guy, and they're a little bit afraid that Askren might actually lose to Jake Paul, despite all his experience, because he is not known for his striking skills. He is known for grappling skills. He's a wrestler, right? And then these people also shared some GIFs and some clips that did not show Askren in the best light as a striker.
I will say to that last point at least, that you can also see a GIF of Tyson Fury, the best heavyweight boxer on the planet, and maybe the last decade, punch himself in the face. So those exist for everybody. But that being said, Ben Askren definitely isn't known as a striker. But I'll tell you this, here's the compelling part about the fight to me as Kelsey McCarson. That's who I am. Here's what it is. To this date, Jake Paul hasn't yet faced a fighter in a professional fight, or even his amateur fight, who was a legit professional fighter, right? And what I mean by legit, has fought professionally for their career. So the difference between Ben Askren and Nate Robinson, who was a basketball player, and the YouTuber guy he fought before, is that Ben Askren's whole career, people were trying to chase him around and punch him in the face. So he's not going to freak out about that. He's going to be completely calm about that situation. Except that Ben Askren was used to making a miss and then taking him to the ground, right? So I think it's a compelling fight. Like, I'm excited to see it. I don't know what to think about it. I haven't really given it a lot of thought yet because I didn't really think it was possible.
Yeah. Just to backtrack a little bit, it's one of the many differences between Askren and then Nate Robinson and the other YouTuber. Not the only difference, or the one difference. It's one of many differences.
Nate can dunk a basketball. I'm certain Ben Askren cannot.
But what you're saying is that when Ben Askren gets in a ring opposite Jake Paul, unlike maybe Nate Robinson, he's going to expect to get hit. He's going to know what to do when somebody comes at him throwing punches because he's done that his whole career. He is accustomed to that. And we saw lots of training footage for Nate Robinson, and he was really athletic, and we had wondered if his athleticism would carry the day for him. But it turned out like when he got in the ring, he's not accustomed to having a person come at him with, bad intentions. Askren is. So we don't think that he's going to have that fear. He's not going to have that thing to worry about inside the ring. Now, he's going to have other stuff to worry about because it's different being in a boxing ring than it is an MMA cage.
It is. It's different, and like his reactions. I saw one of his wrestling buddies on Twitter basically suggest that he should go full in. You should only be training in boxing from now until the fight, which is in April. Yes, that's what you should do, because Ben Askren, the stuff that he does naturally without thinking about it, all his habits are built around taking people to the ground. So he's going to need to learn that he can't do that in a boxing ring. He's going to have to be able to do it without thinking. So I think it's a compelling fight. Jake Paul also has a weight advantage, a little bit of a weight advantage over Askren. Askren was a welterweight as an MMA fighter, which is 170 pounds. So he probably walked around heavier than that, obviously. So I don't think it's as big of a difference as like maybe, you know, if Paul was fighting a guy that fought as a featherweight at 145 pounds. So I'm interested in the fight. Can't wait to see it.
Here's another point that I would make, talking about how different it is to be inside a boxing ring versus an MMA cage. We saw somebody who was a prolific MMA fighter get inside a boxing ring, and that was Conor McGregor, who's known for his striking.
Yeah.
And what he did in a boxing ring. So I do have some concern over Askren, who's not known as a striker, also now getting in a boxing ring. I think that there is a considerable, there's definitely a lot of time between now and April 17th. That's more time than what is necessary for a normal fight camp. So I think Askren has some time to work on some skills and get some, maybe a little bit of muscle memory built in there. And yeah, so this will be interesting. I don't know. I'm all for being entertained and engaged and interested in fights. So let's see. And Triller's production with Tyson Jones Jr. was fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, I want to be entertained all night.
Faux shizzle.
Okay. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And what was that?
I was doing it with you. You were like, comment.
All right.
I did it kind of like behind you because I wasn't ready.
All right. Thanks for watching.